Morning. Do some deadlifts. Don't need the bells. Don't need two bells. Can all do this with whatever you want. A lot of things we can work on, but let's just go into a squat. Grab the handles. As long as this doesn't hurt. I'm just relaxed right now. Take a couple breaths. Let's think about our feet while we're down here. Let's roll to the outside edges of the feet. I'm gonna roll from the ball of the big toe, spread the foot out. My toes are up. I roll in until I feel the groin muscles, the adductors help spiral the hip in. As I do, I start lifting the butt up a little bit. Now we can let the shoulders come up here for a second because that's going to help us get broad. Pull open that low back. Feels good here. You can work the neck. The shoulders come up. And as I lean back in, I keep the shoulders up. So I keep that wrap and grab from the feet. Still breathing, just taking your time with this. I want to feel a little tension in the hamstrings. I'm kind of building on that hamstring tension as I settle back here. Start taking out all the slack. What I do last is I squeeze the shoulders down. They're not going to come very far. I'm just packing them into place. They should feel strong, secure. The neck comes back. And I can see them kind of rolling the bells into each other, squeezing those lemons in your armpits. I'm just going to hold on to that. Head is back. Little knee bend, but settling back into my glutes, my hamstrings. A couple big breaths here. This might be all you want to do. You're only going to lift it for your low back. Feels really good. Your neck feels really good and secure. Don't rush it. Focus on keep my torso very locked. Not thrust my hips forward at the top. Keeping all that tension all the time. I was aiming for 20, but I lost count. Couple ways you can mess with the breathing there. I switched it up. So I start at the top, or start at the bottom. I wanted to breathe, expand. Then I switched it up. Inhaling at the top, going down. Either way, keeping that whole cylinder very tight. Big chest, head back. I think the tendency people get is they kind of go into this position. It's kind of straining the tissue there. You don't want to be too extended, the shoulders down. You want to be big, broad, then pack the shoulders down. It's going to protect the neck. So you feel a little more Arnold Schwarzenegger. Keeping it short today, I want to do some renegade rows. But before we do that, without weights, how could you do something simple like this? Go down, just like we did. Same setup. Lock in. Kettlebell up almost perfect height. So you could just do your gorilla lifts here. So I can squat, lift the hips back, reach the hand, get some tension on the hamstrings. Make it all very simple. What we did on Saturday's class. We got a little trace going on. We could squat down, come back up, switch sides. Something simple, but it's a burner. We didn't even do double bell, we just did single bell. One hand on the bell, the other was in the trace. That kind of keeps you broad, that elbow's lifting up and out. So again, that's gonna protect the shoulder and neck, but also keep the low back active. So renegade row, think about, you're like washing dishes, holding a plate. One hand's pulling, the other one's pushing, chopping, one's push, push, push. So we get one-sided imbalances here. So this is a push-pull on the ground. See me well, good. 50s are a little much, but they're already here, so let's roll it. If it's lighter, you can kind of burn out one side. I'm not gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna push with my right. Again, get the shoulders big and the knees are loose. I'm trying not to lock the knees out. That's why you keep seeing me bounce like that. Butt might start creeping, don't let it, keep the head up. Do a little knee bend in between. Drive those heels wide. Whew. Do some max pull-ups. For me, isn't going to be a lot of pull-ups. I say max, I mean good quality, as good as you can do. So not like super struggly, kippy pull-ups. Full extension. Feel there's a little cheat on that last one, so we'll say, okay, I had to cheat to get up. Good to go. So now we'll do some squat thruster. My new 70-pound bell. So much setup, you know, that deadlift setup, so much builds off it. Whether you're doing swings, whatever, you're just getting the bell into the rack position. You know, eventually all this comes fast. You'll notice, okay, get a very similar setup. Push your back, I brace. I just don't round and lift this thing. Trying to crush the mic. Being safe with the shoulders. Lower it down nice. Not used to that weight. I'm just a little guy. Hey, take your time. Good setup.
Shoulders up. Again, this setup is so much correction built into it. Not to being good at lifting things off the ground, but your body to work properly. Feet rolling in. You feel those shin muscles working as the major knee stabilizer right here. Another reason for that, me wrapping in. I'll do it the other way, sometimes wrap out. But wrapping in, grabbing the floor as the knees drive out. You'll see some people, they'll lift the foot while the big toe lifts off the ground. So that prevents that. So we do want that outward knee drive. We don't want the foot going with it. So just great time here to work on rooting the feet into the floor. Shoulders up. Keep those big shoulders. Broad, wide shoulders. Head back. The head a little higher than the butt. All of that is what I mean by taking out the slack in the body. Trembling right there. About to lift. The head's driving up. You can feel the arm reacting. Ready to swing. Wrist straight, locked. Let's do it all again. Hopefully this mic is working. Can I see the green light? I don't think I charged it. So another reason to keep it short. Getting hot in here. Get that fan rolling, then we'll do that all again. Get some water. Go for more of a side view here. Beat that dead horse. We're going to keep going over this setup. Just down, just relax, just take a breath. Kettlebells right there, right out front of the toes a little bit. Remember, we're gonna pull it back just a little bit. Grab those toes, help them in. Mine don't like to work either. Lift, spread, roll in. Feel the shin, feel this one big kinetic chain. The groin and shins. Always move the bells. Let the shoulders come up. Feel that low back. Then as I lean into these, setting into my glutes and hammies, I pack the shoulders down, the head up, maybe even broaden the shoulders wide, roll those bells in, get the head up wide. If you feel at all your neck is not liking that, do it a few times. Try to find a comfortable spot. Once you got it, don't lose it. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's your whole workout today. Relax. Setting into that, just holding. I'm trembling here. There's a lot of work. Just in the setup. Setting myself up as much success as possible. When you're ready, let's see if we can get 15. Lift and stay there. Row. Row. Another way you can do your rows. If our renegade's too much. That head locked. Even at the top, the tendency is to just throw the head back, thrust the pelvis forward. We've lost all your tension. This might feel like, might look like too. It is. I'm not coming up all the way. I'm fighting that, but I don't want to just collapse. Trying to keep that spine open. Another thing that happens with collapsing is the extension. I get narrow, so I'm collapsing lateral to medial as well, not just down. So our expansion is everything. Tall, wide, even just thinking about your traps. Pulling wide as tall. I think about that a lot in measuring stick hands. Trying to get those to happen relatively simultaneously. Right? Indubitably. Let's get 12 renegade rows. First, you have to do your water curls. You curl. Big chest curl. Do everything in reps. You do one, and then you curl on the other side. My Arnold's not that great. We got a green light still. Green light. Yeah, all right. I'm assuming green means good. Probably dying. We'll finish with this round. It's something quick. You know, if there wasn't all that the talking, you're just doing. You just get it done fast. You don't need all this. Nah. Just do it. Do it now. Get down. Rock and roll. Go for 12. Whatever you can. Lighter weight. You can pump out 10 10 on one side. Pretty easy. Yeah. When you get broad, knees are loose. Stop with the talking. Let's do those max pull-ups. My back loves those. Yours might not. It always feels really good. Really working that. Again, really good clean. Let me it's usually 3 or 4. Not really something to aspire. You want more than that. Your eye. Shoulders are already high. So I'm thinking, lock them down, drop my head back a little bit, engage those lats. Then I pull. Thinking chest, going up towards the bar. There, I couldn't quite make it up, so I know, all right. Why do a pathetic fourth one? Just do 3 or even 1, or if you can't do any, just setting into that. That lat engagement, head driving back. I come from a CrossFit world where, I could do like 30 kipping pull-ups. And I learned to skip the kip, right? Because it's not about numbers, quality over quantity. Master Joseph Stalin has said there's a certain quality and quantity. When with this, weight that's way too heavy for me. 5 squat thrusters each side. We're using that same setup that we've already beaten to death. So if you're just now tuning in, that was kind of my whole shtick today. I wanted to talk about this, rolling from the outside edge of the feet. Just even working on that could be maybe your main project. It has been for me. Put the ball or little toe down. Lift the toes, even there, you'll feel the shin working. Rolling, spreading the foot, getting the ball, the big toe down. Feel the groin working. Little knee bend. Shoulders are up. I take away that shoulder height. I take away some of that knee bend. I take out the slack. Take out the garbage and the slack. You'll feel shakiness. The head comes back at that point. The head drives up, chin back, big chest. Again, setup could be something you're working on all day. Get the tremble in the glutes and the hammies. You're ready for the swing. You have to build up to that. Going from 50 to 70, probably not a good idea. But when you're cheap like me, you see a cheap kettlebell on Facebook Marketplace, you buy it. You just buy it. The strength will come later. Good setup. Don't just stand there and recover. This is part of your recovery. Just spend an extra minute setting up. Get everything set. Arm out to the side can also help keep the back braced, low back. Thanks, guys. Hope that helps. Do another round for me. I'm out.